Hi y'all, disclaimer for use education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clip belong to their respective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Hey y'all, we back, and let's pick up where we left off at. I told y'all Trey Game. Look, I told y'all, man 54 just really exposed herself. Cause now we know why she had this dream. Don't stop, look closer, count, and finish him. All right, let me brief in case any new people come in and watch this video later on and be like, what's going on here? All right, 54 know about the beverage manager and she know about the connecting the dots. She know what actually happened to Kenneka, right? So we found out that Miss Teresa and the beverage manager had a thing going on. I ain't talking about like no sexual relationship, but they had something going on. His title is actually a security guard. But they told her, well, yeah, he a beverage manager. But he ain't no beverage manager. He actually security. So he the one that brought Andrew Holmes in on the scene to flip the narrative the way he wanted it and pay Andrew Holmes off. That's why Miss Teresa would make this post uh when they go to Miss Teresa post, right? That's why she made what that posted. Might be on the video. Yep, it's on the video. Where that video with right here. That the first time I noticed, she said the first time I noticed I was getting snake. So that means boom. The berry that's why she came out with this video talking about y'all Andrew, she fell out with Andrew Home because he brought her in. Brought him in. He brought Andrew Holmes in to flip the script, page them all off and all of this, cause she had a thing that was going on with the beverage manager, and her and the beverage manager, aka the security, you know what I'm saying? She fell out, so that's why she, boy, this got to be the most bizarre case ever. So that's why she was like, it's a camera above that freezer, right? Where she fucked up, what she did is show everybody a camera, well, a fake camera, allegedly an invisible camera, right above the freezer. She even pointed it out, and I'm like, no, it won't be looking like that. But now I understand what camera she'll be talking about. That camera above the freezer is not directly above the freezer, but it's aiming at all the freezer, including the manager office. So when you got Miss Teresa on the scene with the beverage manager, aka security, the dude that found her in the kitchen, and she is there at 2:30 with him in the morning. That's why 54 said this her.
And I'm
She
glad y'all still
busted.
riding with me. But trust and believe, I'm always working. I'm always working and I'll always be back. Okay? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. After that last video, I had moved on to the security guard. I started, breaking down his witness statement, watching the surveillance, doing what I do. And one night I had a dream about Kenneka and it shook me a bit. And I got to tell y'all about the dream because that dream is what inspired this video right here. And in this dream, I'm face to face with Kenneka, and it's
This ain't no dream. She gonna regret that she ever made this video about the beverage manager, and she said all of this was in a dream.
dark. So I'm not sure where we are, but I know that it's dark. And I'm face to face with her, but I could tell that there's something going on behind her. I can't make out what it is because I'm so fixated on her that I'm not sure what it is going on behind her. Well, in this dream, I'm asking her, like, who did this to you? What else do we need to do, to help you? And all she kept saying to me was,
on and the police saw
Don't
the footage
stop.
the next day, it was already
Look
deleted.
closer. Count and finish him. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit had me on pause for a minute.
What? Really? Kenneka point you directly to the killer, and the killer gonna be with the mama. And then you said you see this girl face to face and all this old shit, and she told you, well, yeah, since you want to get everybody attention now, well, yeah, let me put that beverage manager out there. Look.
Because at that time I'm like, I don't know what it is she wanted me to do. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around what it was she was trying to tell me. So of course I'm still spitballing questions at her. So then all of a sudden she puts her finger up to her mouth as if she's telling me to be quiet. But y'all know me, shit, I can't be quiet. So I'm still asking questions, because the dream felt so real to me. So I'm still asking questions. And she didn't say anything else. But what started to happen was she started throwing all these pictures at me. And I mean, and it was going pretty fast. And I wasn't able to catch most of them, but there were some pictures that I actually captured. And I was like, okay, what does this mean? So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to try to figure out what the fuck this means. And I don't want y'all to think I'm on some crazy shit, but the dream felt so real to me that I just felt like we needed to do more. There was more to be done. So, like I said, she started throwing all these pictures at me. And then at some pictures, it seemed as if it was going in slow motion. And I'm like, okay, like, I mean, like, what the fuck does that mean? And I captured a couple of them, and I'm gonna show y'all here in this video. But like I said, there's something going on behind her. So after she throws all these pictures out at me, what I noticed was people scattered behind her.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence. She would say that people just start scattering out. Man, that shit. That go back to this. That go back to this.
And again, I don't know who it is. I can't see them. So
Miss
they
Teresa now.
scattered. And the whole time she's standing there and she has her finger up to her mouth as if she's telling me to be quiet. And then all of a sudden, it felt as if she was fading away. So again, I'm, spitballing questions.
So when you go back to the crime scene photo, when you talk about she had her hand on her lip, like talking about telling you to be quiet, that's when she reaching for those zip ties around her neck. People scattered and she was slowly fading away. Make a lot of sense to me. Make a lot of sense to me.
Just like, who did this? Um, and she wouldn't say anything to me. But what really scared me, and I think what really bothered me the most, was that as she began to fade away, an image behind her was becoming clearer. Okay, and again, for a minute, I don't know who this is, and it was at that moment where Kenneka said again, "Don't stop, look closer, count, and finish him." So, I'm like, finish who? Kenneka, finish who? And like I said, she's fading away at this point. And the image that's becoming clear is like coming up behind her. And I promise y'all, in a blink of an eye, she was gone. And the beverage manager was standing right in my fucking face. Scared the shit out of me.
Golly. So I see what 54 doing. Now look, this what we didn't know. Miss Teresa made a deal with him, right? So she, whatever him and her had going on, costed her daughter life and set it up. And whatever he did in the midst of the murder must have shook Miss Teresa up. Cause Miss Teresa came out with a video and said that nobody did nothing to her. She looking like more scared than anything. She said nobody didn't do nothing to her, y'all. She was left in the she was left at the at the party. So what Miss Teresa did, I mean what the hotel did, was brought Andrew Holmes in and told us the narrative. He saw the footage. When Miss Teresa said she did saw the footage, but she know the footage because she come, oh man. So Miss Teresa got a problem with him. And he was a part of the murder. And Miss Teresa is a part of a murder. Like King Rob said, they made Miss Teresa kill the daughter while they recorded it. And we're going to sell the rights to MTV, Lifetime. They're going to make documentaries. So she fell out with Andrew Holmes and told the world, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Andrew Holmes betrayed me. Like, damn. I was trusting him and everything. Now you sat at the same table with those people before, you know what I'm saying, before y'all did all of this shit. And then look, matter of fact, let me show y'all this shit, bro. This got to be the most craziest shit ever.
Scared the shit out of me. And I'm telling y'all right now, when I woke up from that dream, I grabbed my recorder, I grabbed my notebooks. I needed to write down as much as I could about that dream because, like I said, it felt so real to me. And that's when I realized that we're not done with him yet. We're not. And I got some other shit to show y'all. So let's get into this shit right now. So I told y'all in that last video that I was confused about the lower level and layout. Okay, so we're gonna just go over a couple things. So remember this right here, where we saw the female manager down here at the lower level, and then right behind her is the beverage manager. Like he was.
Now, somebody sent me this picture a long time ago. And this is him. When he was a police, bruh. It makes so much sense. Y'all remember in the beginning, that lady told Zach TV was like, yeah, man, you know, the beverage manager, he related to the Rosemont Police Department. That's crazy. This shit really fucking me up with 54 Keys saying then once you find out the tea about him, all of this shit makes sense.
Following her down there. And then he cut down this hallway. And I told y'all in that last video that midway down this hallway, if you look to the left, there's the escalators and the stairs that Kenneka bumped into. Okay? One thing that I want y'all to understand about this right here is that we see him going to this lower level at 8:23, 8:24. Okay? So I thought about like what Kenneka was telling me where she was saying to count. So I came across a video by Mike Mecca, And I wasn't even looking for this particular video, but because I clicked on it, I went on and watched it. And just so happened, he was talking about deleted footage and time skips. Okay, so yeah.
And that's who gonna be editing the videotape. Oh, he edited those tapes, bro. That's what she told you to count? Oh, shit. So now look.
Yeah, just real quick. Now, y'all know when y'all go to the bottom of that hallway, you come out into this kitchen right here. When you go through those double doors, one thing that I found out on Mike Mecca is that before you hit those double doors, like how we see her right here in the kitchen, before you hit those double doors, to the left, there's a hallway. There's a hallway right there. And I remember people saying that shit in the beginning, and I was like, what? Like, I don't think so. Like, I didn't really have any proof. But I found proof. And let me show this to y'all.
Ooh wee. What she finna expose, y'all? Come on, gang. Oh, she finna expose his office.
This person in this video, they at the Crown Plaza and they didn't walk the lower level and they go through these double doors. If you look straight, it's the other set of double doors that Kenneka walked through to get into that kitchen. But then if you turn to the left, nigga, it's a hallway. I'm like, oh, like, okay. And then what I found out is that right here, if you go to the left, you hit those doors that led to the bathroom. And then she walked through, we see her walk through the kitchen, and then she come through kitchen too. And if you look at the bottom corner, you could see her, so you could tell what the path was. Okay? And then she comes out right here. Gray Hughes did a really good job putting this shit together, man. And then like right here, as soon as she passed right here, that hallway would be to the left. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like I really didn't understand that until now. But Gray Hughes, he put together a video that showed how long it would take for her to get from one side to the other. And it took her about, you know.
So check this out. She should have showed that video, right, of this. This video. So what she was trying to do, she really exposing the beverage manager. She wanted to show this kitchen right here. This is why she putting him on blast. Then he the one that he is the one that got control over the security camera. So he would be the perfect person that could edit the video and he know the administrative password and all that. And he's the police officer. You see what I'm saying? So guess what we found out? He is responsible for all the video being edited and the times wrong. With Miss Teresa consent. Cause he couldn't have put this video out there like this if Miss Teresa never signed a goddamn contract. Don't it make sense? All this was agreed upon the contract. So this what the YouTubers know. That's why when those YouTubers, they knew Miss Teresa role. They knew the beverage manager role. They knew what happened to her. No wonder why all these YouTubers were connected. All connected. It's like they were extorting both sides. It's like everybody followed the suit when it came to the time skips and all of this shit. She even got videos talking about a fight in the kitchen. If you check this out, look what this would look like. If you put Amanda Morgan video, if you put Amanda Morgan video with 54 Keys video about a fight in the kitchen, shit, they all know about a fight in the kitchen. Then you got Liv Nora. Oh, how was her hair? I asked them, how was her hair? Her hair was just all over her head. Look how Liv Nora described when she said she saw her hair all over her head. Then Mitch Reese said, yeah, she had soap and water on her hair. What you mean? We ain't see no soap and, you know what I'm saying, her hair. We know her hair was wet, but we ain't see no soap suds or nothing like that. Nothing indicating soap. So you know something. She was there. So the whole time, bruh, it all makes sense. He got long connection. That's why.
So a minute and some change. Okay. So again, I went looking for video footage that included the time skips because these right here are the crucial hours for me, and that's around 8 o'clock when we see the beverage manager in the lower level, and right here at 8:23, almost 8:24, he's headed toward the kitchen. He's headed toward the kitchen. Excuse me. And when he get midway down that hallway, I don't see him go into the kitchen, but I know he didn't come. He didn't go up those escalators because I watched the escalator footage.
Cause y'all remember, if you watch that footage, right, this is where he going down to this office, down here. The whole time this man was going to his office, downstairs. So that means he edited himself out the whole night on the video. This man edited himself out on the video because the only time you're gonna see him when the police show up. That's how Risco was able to have the first missing reports. That's how Risco will already have a case number earlier that morning. Around about 9 something in the morning on September the 9th, Saturday. Matter of fact, 2-3 hours after the 911 call, Risco already had a case number on a missing person report.
Y'all, when I say I've watched hours upon hours of footage, I have. And so let me show y'all some of the time skips. Now we know he down there in the lower level around 8:24, 8:25. And then watch this right here, this footage from kitchen 2. Watch the time. Y'all see that? It jumped from 7:57 to 8:28. About 30 minutes.
Seven, what? We better not be talking about the time frame. What they will be doing with the body? Hold on. What they will be doing with the body? Hold up. Hold up, bro. Man, since we talking about that time frame, right? Since we talking about that time frame, this finna make a whole lot sense when I show it to you. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. I'm getting excited over here. Hold up, I done got too excited. Hold up, watch this. Since we talk about the time stamps, right? And look what time this finna be going down. Hold up, where you at? Hold on, where you at? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the photo right quick. Where that John there? Now look, boy, check this out. Keep that watch time frame. Keep that in mind. Oh, keep that in mind, y'all. Hold on. Keep that watch in mind. You see what time it is, what it say on the watch? You see it's on top of a black trash bag, right? Might be in my download. Hold on, y'all. Where are you? Where are you? Hold on. I got to show this one too. I'm gonna have to show this one too, right? Why this? Hold on. Hold up. I'm getting close to the watch. Hold on, y'all. Where is this? Finna be a dead giveaway right here. Matter of fact, let me play some more of this video till I find it.
Minutes. 30 minutes gone. Then he come in. Yeah, now let's watch everything moving around this lower level between 7:57 and 8:28. We got the female manager headed down there at 8:23. We got the beverage manager on her ass about 8:23, 8:24. Then we got his ass headed toward the kitchen about 8:24, 8:25. Okay. Then we got the female manager. Remember, she went back up to the front desk at 8:25. At this moment right here, her ass is calling the police on Miss Teresa and them. She is. Okay, so now what I want to do is show y'all some footage from the lower level kitchen that Kenneka walked through. Let's look and see what's going on. At 8:27, this motherfucker walking through. Okay, and what I want y'all to understand is kitchen 2 is right there. It's all right here in the same area. And kitchen 2 skipped from 7:57 to 8:28. Now, in this kitchen right here, that's in the same area, we got this motherfucker right here looking through the freezers, the coolers, whatever this is. Because that shit look odd as hell to me. Like, what is he looking for? What is he doing? And that's at 8:27. And then when we see them,
Now look, y'all see that, right? Now you see this? Look what this showing. That you got the time skipping around this time, right? Prove they was tampering with the body. Look, y'all ain't catching on. Look, this is what I'm saying here. You got the time stamp skipping round in these time frames. What do they mean to you? What do they mean? Won't it make sense why the police stopped Miss Teresa on the camera and headed Kenneka belongings back to her? So now you understand the time definitely got to skip. Cause of this. You see parts of the trash bag here. You see this in the photos on the lower level. You even see the black trash bag. And it's on the goddamn watch and the timestamp on it. The girl watch says 9 o'clock. And then look. That's why Mitch Reese be like, yeah, what's up with that black stuff? You know what I'm saying? You see a plastic bag that was on her fingernail? Remember the plastic bag that's on the fingernails? And guess who would be down her? So guess what 54 Keys finna do? She's showing y'all she know what the beverage manager up to. She know what's exactly going on. So she exposing them at its finest. Let me find that goddamn other receipt. Cause guess what? Guess what? Cause guess what this show this one receipt that I'm trying to find, this finna show you, boy, Trey Gang, this the best receipt ever. Hold on, wait a minute, give me 1 second.
Walking out right there. That's that path. Excuse me. That path takes you out like this way. Okay. So every time we see them cut past, because remember we saw Kenneka at the bottom. And look, we see somebody like they moving around down here on the right in the corner. And it's 8:28. Okay? But we're missing footage from kitchen 2 from 7:57 to 8:28. Okay? Don't forget that. Because I know, like for me, I had to understand this layout, and it's all right here. It's like a big ass circle. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And when I started focusing on the time skips, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm trying to put the time skips together because I'm one who I believe that we're missing footage. And then look who pops up at 8:28. The maintenance man. And I told y'all, it looked like he's just doing his damn job. That's what that looked like to me. So I'm
Woo, y'all see this? Hold on. Now everybody know why the maintenance man down there, the time gonna be skipping around 8 and 9 o'clock. Right? Hold on.
gonna be honest with y'all. I've eliminated him as a suspect. He's not on my list. We're not on his ass. Because when you take into account watching him move and going over his witness statement, everything he said is what you see. Everything. Okay? And we got him in this kitchen starting at 8:28. Now it's 8:29. Look, he's still down there. Now, again, the footage has skipped in kitchen 2.
I got it. I got Miss Teresa ass now. Wanna know why that time skipping around 8 something? Cause look, these photos she took. Ooh, and that's why that camera was skipping round about this time. But guess what though, Miss Teresa? Hold on. Not so fast. Cause they took that watch off her and gave it to you. Got her. And then what 54 know why that time is skipping around about that time. Look like they moving the body. And this came off her page. And she shared it, right? So let's just say, You got the time saying September the 8th, 2017 at 8:49. At 8:49? Hmm. Let me go to this shit then. Police connection. Then got access to the footage. And link back to the alcohol. Hmm. Everybody meeting up at 2:30 in the morning in his kitchen. Hmm. That's who Miss Teresa was talking to at 2:30 in the morning about camera footage. Hmm. That's why the police said, yeah, Walsh, we found her down here in the basement in the freezer in front of his office. Selena Gomez need a kidney, and he looked just like the police officer in the kitchen. Selena Gomez, stepdaddy, right? You got him on the footage. Wayne, walking with Uncle John on the footage with Smacks them. You got Bree Bree. Damn, I'm tweaking. Did they put her in the fucking garbage bag? What? So you mean to tell me the cameras would be skipping around 8 and 9 and you moving the body at 8 and 9? Makes sense to me. So this why 54 said, yeah, I had a dream. Let me expose the beverage manager, but playing around with the exposing part. She just bringing it to his awareness because he gonna be spooked. Look, watch this.
which is right there from 7:57 to 8:28. What don't they want us to see? And I told y'all when they come out that side, you can come out right here.
Moving the
Okay?
body.
Now watch this footage right here. Watch the time. It's 8:28 on that clock. Y'all see it jump to 9:05? We missing about 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
No wonder why they'll be skipping on that camera. Then he'll be going to check this. No wonder why because that's where they finna place her at. Golly, man. So that's where they checking that freezer temperature.
It's gone. Okay? And then we got the maintenance guy up here in this kitchen at 8:34. So it's safe to assume that when he left from down there in the kitchen where we saw him at 8:28, he headed up there. He's headed toward that kitchen. Okay? Where they found Kenneka. Now, understand this. I want y'all need to follow me, okay? Understand this.
So the time skipping on the footage, Miss Teresa got the police call on her and they don't want her on the premises. Man. So around 8 and 9 o'clock, that's when they finna move the body from the lower level to the upper kitchen. But that's what it's starting to look like. Cause the time skipping. Then you got Miss Teresa there, so you know the police is already there. No wonder why he got so much law connection like that, bro. He worked for him. Then he got family on that motherfucker.
Don't forget that he told us that he was only up there for a minute before somebody from the front desk called him. And y'all remember? Somebody called him and told him somebody shitted in the pool. We need you to go check that shit out. Come on now.
Back to the beverage manager, the security. So we got to stop calling him the beverage manager and call him the security. Once you put that security title on his name tag, bruh, the jig is up. It's over with. The jig is up, man.
Out of there. But I felt like when I did that video, I told y'all then, I felt like that he was being redirected.
By who?
Like a motherfucker was following him.
Him.
Somebody
Watching
knew
him.
or saw him go in there.
So he gonna be doing that. So he gonna be watching on camera, and cause he got the walkie talkie, he got to communicate. Come on, bro, you can just be in your office, be like, hey, can you get out of there right quick? Cause it sounds like that damn he was finna go back there in that freezer, and Kenneka gonna be there, and he needed him to get out that kitchen, bro. And that's why all those cameras footage started getting deleted. So,
And that was the reason he was able to be redirected. Because remember, somebody called the front desk. Okay? Somebody called him. And then when he got off the phone, that's when he radioed the maintenance guy. Come on, y'all. Follow me. Y'all understand where I'm going with this? We got the times skipping around the maintenance man. And the question still remains, who called him? And we know the time skipping down here in this kitchen, and it's skipping around the maintenance guy. We saw it. We missing about an hour worth of footage. So let me take
look, y'all see the time skipping around about 8 and 9 o'clock, and then look, see the time skipping from that time. As I'm putting this shit together, right? Let me know. Now I understand why the footage be skipping, cause that means she must have had to still been on that lower level, bro. And when they moved her, it had to been around about this time. Cause that means shit. According to Miss Teresa, and guess what? This picture was taken on a cell phone. So when Miss Teresa said, when they let me saw in the freezer, all we saw was one little piece of ice. And they go that one little piece of ice. That means this photo had to come from Miss Teresa's phone. Hi y'all. Don't it make sense now? Don't it make sense now? You said, cause the lady on the the radio station on the interview asked you, was like, hey, did they let you see your daughter in the freezer? She said, no. But what if they did? And you described everything in this photo. They got the black stuff on the floor, this plastic bag, one little piece of ice in there. Man, all of this finna make sense. And she exposing it. Boom. So once this, and then check this out. Once they got Miss Teresa's phone, cause y'all know Miss Teresa shared this shit. Guess what they did? Took Miss Teresa's phone, right, and uploaded it in their reports, cause everybody already saw it. So they just added it in their report. Cause shit, cause I even seen it on the goddamn in the Rosemont file. Then the time skipping round about this time. So they took their watch off. He gave it to the police, wrapped it up for her, and told him give that to Miss Teresa. That's why you never saw Miss Teresa in the act with him. Now you finna see like, damn, I did notice that. I never see Miss Teresa in the act with him. Both of them kept their distance away from each other. Look. So this makes sense right here, y'all.
Take you to the lower level kitchen and let's see what the fuck was going on between 8:28 and 9:05. Watch the time. Y'all see it jump from 8:37 to 8:46? About 10 minutes. And then watch this. There you go. The beverage manager. He's down there. Okay? He's down there. And it looked like he just did a walkthrough. So then
So look, and that's how he normally walk, right? That's how he normally walk. Man, if you go to Straight Drop, y'all know he just came from his office, and once he come from his office, he like to cut through that kitchen and go that way. Got him. Got him. Hold up. Right here. Watch how he leave the office. It's the only thing. Just watch how he leave the office. And if it makes sense. Right here. Hold on. Here you go, right here. Now y'all see him? He walking right on the side of Straight Drop. Look, that's him right there. So they finna leave out his office and out the kitchen. Now they finna make that right. You gotta make the right. So you make it right. Boom. Watch why he finna cut. Straight to the kitchen. All right, guys. I see y'all later. Like what he did on her. Boom.
there you go.
Same walk. Same walk. Him.
Manager. He's down there.
Told you.
Okay? He's down there. And
so 54 know where his office was. They just ain't just got this type of video where Straight Drop got and really, you know what I'm talking about, and really expose him. Same route. Boom. Cut through the kitchen.
Shit, it looked like he just did a walkthrough. So then my question was, where was he coming from? Because the kitchen too is over there in that area where he came from. And then watch the time. From 8:46 to 8:54, the time skips again. About 7 minutes. And then we got him. He looks sneaky as hell, don't he? What he doing? Was he following the beverage manager? Y'all remember him? Dude scratching in the dishwashing room. Him. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. Now another area that I wanted to focus on was between about 11:30 and
Man, I know the beverage manager when 54 pulled this down. I know the beverage manager was on his heels like, man, this bitch. Cause look what it. Now y'all remember when those police came down there? They were acting like they were searching the basement area, but they were all in his office, bro. Man, this man got some type of power, bro. Look.
12:23 when they found Kenneka. And I wanted to see what was going on around that time on the footage. So we got the female manager bringing the police downstairs into that kitchen at 11:37.
And the reason why the police is down there, dun, 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 cause they said the camera right here was the last place that Kenneka was. And this is the reason why they took her down there, because they said she was last saw in the lower level kitchen. So it sounds like, so look, it sounds like, I don't know if the female manager was knowing what was going on, but she must have, goddamn it, found something on that surveillance footage and knew, man, look, and she taking them straight to his office. That's where they going the whole time. That's where they were going the whole time. They tricked us and had us believing, oh, she was last seen down here. Let's go search this area, you know, and time out. Look.
And then at 11:38, now we got them coming from the other side, but somehow they ended up coming through the side where Kenneka came in. And that's what makes me think that they used the hallway because they came in that way. Because we've seen all of them come in on the other side. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I hope I ain't confusing y'all with that shit. But we got the police in this kitchen at 11:38 to 11:39. And then at 11:39, we got the beverage manager leaving the kitchen. He added.
That's his office. He done set all of this shit up. So that means, goddamn, he just letting his people do whatever they want to do on the footage. Like, yeah, let's make it look good. Let's open up the cooler doors.
There. I
See
told
if
y'all
she
when
in the
they came
cooler.
in, he went out. And I think he cut through the hallway because he came out on that side. We didn't see him. He wasn't in the kitchen footage with the police. And then look at this footage from kitchen 2.
That's why
Watch
they
the
got
time. It's
gloves on.
11:40. And we got the
Then they
police.
got gloves on, Jack. Man, them folks got gloves on. Man, what's really going on? Now you got on gloves? Man, you know what? I won't even be surprised if this was at 3:40 in the morning on September 9th. And you got the police with gloves on in the kitchen. Ooh. Cause once them police put those gloves on, you know it's finna be something. And just say you just add a 2 in front of that motherfucker. Just add a 2. Ooh wee. Instead of them showing this at 3 in the morning, just save it for midnight. Cause it would show them they on the search. But if you take the 2 off at 3:40, boy, you got trash people getting put in trash bags. Oh man. Ooh. Man, this better not be no 3-4 because they're gonna match up everything in the kitchen. And then you go to especially her story. 54, I mean Kilo Brown. Keela Brown, when she said, yeah, around 3 o'clock, it done got real hyper. Now, you know what I'm saying? It done got this when she said that's when shit got real. And then that's when Peas and them talking about, yeah, you know, we were down there too. So look, round about 3 and going on 4, this will be going on round about this time. Check this out. Look, y'all, I swear to God, this might be this. God damn. Woo-wee. So you add this video, cause this gonna be round about that same time frame. Then you have this will be going on, and they got gloves. Oh, I can see that. I can see that.
It's coming through there. They all through this lower level. Okay? They all through this lower level. But I want y'all to pay attention to the time. Y'all see the time skip?
Now the timestamp makes sense. Cause that's all the thing you just did. You just saved the 3 o'clock footage in the morning cause the police on it, and you just saved that video and showed it later on that day to make it look like that's why they was in the kid because they were searching for her. Man, I get it.
From 11:40 to 12:13.
So now they got you believe, okay, this 12 o'clock. They finna find Kenneka. Let's see what this footage show next.
Again, we're missing about 30 minutes. Okay? We're missing about 30 minutes. So my thing is this. I wanted to know what the hell was going on between 11:40 and 12:13.
So you might well say 340. That's why that look, golly. Man, you gotta come out with a narrative between the hours of 2:30 and 3. No wonder why it was so much fuckery going on between the hours of 2:30 and 3. You got Irene to my last saw the girl at Tucson. No duh, Sherlock. You said, Irene, you said you last saw her at Tucson? Well, she wasn't lying about that because she heading directly that way. If this shit would make sense, why look, 2:30, everybody would be in it. Oh man. No wonder why they had a narrative for 2:30 and 3:30. What Kenneka we last saw her at 2:30 and she was just roaming the hall like for what, over an hour? Nobody didn't see her. No, I see this shit clear as day. That's why the time was skipping 2:30 and 3 in the morning. Especially on the lower level, because you really don't got no footage of the lower level, the hallway footage. Cause only footage that you're gonna see is the way they got it, if you would think you got footage, but you really don't. Let's say like between the hours of 2:30 and 3:30 and all of this, you really don't got no footage of the lower level. 4:30 to 5, you really don't got no footage of the lower level. So basically you got like 2 minutes of video chopped up in segments and shit. If you study those time skills, that how I studied old John, everybody know Trey ain't big on no time skills. So trust me on this here. Oh man, I can see what will be going on at 3, 3:40 on this camera on September 9th. And it would make sense that you would put a 2, and so you can make it look like 11:30, so it would make it look like this the reason why they was in the kitchen. And 11:30, they is not in this kitchen, not at no 11:30, but they in this kitchen at 3:40. And that would make sense. Right?
We got the police coming through kitchen 2 at 11:40:14.
With gloves
Okay?
on.
And then y'all saw it skip from 11:40 to 12:13. Now look at the lower level kitchen at 11:40. See these police officers? It's the same dude. They just came from kitchen 2. That's how close it is. It's really close. And I don't know.
Even the lawyer said Kenneka was found where on the lower level.
Every time I see them going through these freezers or coolers, whatever these things are, it really bothers me. It really bothers me. But needless to say, they were down there. They were looking for Kenneka. Okay?
So what 54 Keys is doing is putting the pressure on the beverage manager. So when she put this up, I knew it shook him and I knew it shook everybody else. Right? But guess what? She still did it in Miss Teresa's favor. Cause look who she exposing. She said Kenneka showed her all of this on the dream, and what a coincidence. She really solving the case. Like, if you don't understand it, like, she really dry snitching. She basically, what it looking like to me, sit your ass down, beverage manager, and give me some more bread or something. You know what I'm saying? Cause all of this shit coming from Straight Drop too. And you got Straight Drop walking with him on the cell phone footage. Then you got Straight Drop told the world that he was the killer. So when you put 2 and 2 together that the mama was on the scene while all of this was going on, y'all. That's why I said, man, y'all better stop fucking with those YouTubers, bro. She basically dry snitching on him, but to y'all, it sound good to y'all because y'all like, yeah, you know, we here. Yeah, it's something going on, but he the one that edited the camera. He the one that's in charge over the cameras. So it would make sense all the time. He was the one that edited the timestamps on the footage and came up with the narrative of how she was placed in the freezer because Miss Teresa signed the contract. And then before she was put in the freezer, bro.
Okay? Now, let's continue on. Let's see what else is going on around 11:40. We at 11:46 right now. And here come the beverage manager. And then he went into this bathroom, and I told y'all before, he was only in.
So look, why would he be going to the bathroom round about this time? Why just look at this
there for a
shit?
second. So it was kind of like, well, damn, I was reading comments and people were like, I wonder if he heard the police coming. I mean, and that to me was a really good question. Okay? But he's in there less than a minute and then he brings his ass back out. So we got him going.
So guess what? He finna go back to his office because this is what everybody want to know. When he go into the kitchen, where he go? Cause Cause we were like, damn, nobody couldn't figure it out. But we know where his office is now, right? And 54 know this. Watch how she finna tell y'all.
Into this lower level kitchen at 11:47. Now, let's go back to the kitchen. Watch the time. It's 11:47 and it jumps to 11:54. Okay? What's missing? It skipped 7 minutes after the beverage manager went in there. And when y'all go through these doors right here by the bathrooms, I told y'all, this is the view that you have. This is what you see. And straight is the freight elevator. And then
And go clean past the kitchen. Look, the police so cold, right? Check this out, y'all. This finna be so crazy. And I'm finna show y'all this. Look, y'all remember the police video? Hold on. Y'all remember the police video? Watch the police video. Watch what they do down here. Watch what they do. Go through these doors. They ain't trying to show down that hallway. Watch what they finna do. This where his office is down Chandelier Lane, right? Watch this. And skip the whole fucking thing. Totally skip. Look, why the camera didn't show that side? You see how the police just skipped the motherfucker? See that? They skipped the man office, bruh. That's why they couldn't show it to you. This just to show you prove that Rosemont Police is covering up for that man. That's why they didn't show you no pictures of this kitchen. But they'll give you surveillance camera of this kitchen because you're gonna need to show the world some type of kitchen footage because y'all got cameras. So he decided show this camera and have a Kenneka lookalike to walk down her, bruh. And came up with a whole route talking about this girl got off the elevators. That's crazy. And that's what they signed up for. That's a part of the contract too, right, Miss Teresa? That you're gonna need a lookalike to play that role, walk those halls. That's all I'm saying. Man, these folk done got caught up in the serious murder, bro. And then look, they totally skipped the area. And then look how they pan the camera. Yeah, she walked up these steps right here. Walked up the step. Man, this man can come straight up out his office, go straight up to those stairwell without being seen, bro. Look how you can move around in his position without being seen on the camera. Did you know they all got apps on their phones? Man, that's the worst thing. And that's why and check this out. And you want to know what he did since the security guard at that time, right, was most talked about in the beginning. Y'all remember in the beginning, the security came up. And guess what he did? That's why he kept Friends K running on the footage. Cause guess what? That would be Friends K boss then. Golly. So instead of him, don't be talking to the police on the footage, because y'all gonna see he ain't gonna be talking to the police when it comes to the surveillance footage. The female manager will, not him. So he will be talking through the female manager and Lennon. Golly, bruh. So when Miss Teresa signed that contract, bro, she signed that contract. Yeah, you agree to have one of your family members to walk this hallway? Yeah, we'll pay them too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You'll fix her up and all this. Yeah, get Zari ass down here. Then made her, goddamn it, a celebrity hairstylist, right? So you see the cover up, clear as day. So 54 could have been told y'all about this office, but guess what? She going along with Greg Hughes' narrative, because guess what? How Greg Hughes got it put together, just like the police got it put together. So she exposing the beverage manager, but still adding this dumbass narrative about the steps. So she put it out there because she know, man, ain't nobody just really watching the footage. They just go glitz and scams over it. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, that whole 36 hours is really worth watching. Once you get to watching, understanding the time frame, boy, look, I swear to God, once you watch that whole 36-hour footage, man, you gonna want to cook some popcorn. Man, you probably won't even watch another video for the rest of the day. Look.
And by the freight elevator, you have those steps that they wanted us to believe that Kenneka went up. Okay? And that brings me to some of the pictures that Kenneka showed me. And I'm going to show y'all this one first, because this right here is exactly how she showed it to me.
What? Oh, so Kenneka told you all this, stay on his ass and tell everybody about the time skips and all this, but you forgot, oh yeah, where y'all was at? We was somewhere dark and we were face to face, but I know it was dark. Told me to follow him, finish him, count, all this. So what she did was, look, that's why he went, opened the freezer, and went here and got the police and staged this whole fucking crime right here. And they all look, and then they all on video acting like they investigators. I ain't even see it. Check this out. Boy, wait a minute.
Look at this picture. Now, do y'all understand what y'all looking at? You got the beverage manager going in the lower level at 11:47, and then you got him finding Kenneka up here in this upper kitchen at 12:23. And I told y'all, when he went in at 11:47, he did not come back out. So the more and more I looked at this picture, like I said, I was trying to figure out what Kenneka was trying to tell me. And the more and more I looked at this picture, I started to sing that Drake song. Started from the bottom, now he here. Started from the bottom, now he here. Started from the bottom, now he here.
Now y'all see why she said started from the bottom. Now he here. And guess what time they will be moving the body? Payow. Man. Man, I gotta get me some coffee now, goddamn. I'm really, man, I gotta get me some coffee, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Look. Started from the bottom, now he here. Y'all caught on to that, right? Start from the bottom, moving the body. And he responsible for moving the body.
Y'all understand what I'm trying to tell y'all?
Told you.
If we see him go in this lower level at 11:47, but then and he never comes back out. But then at 12:23 we got him up in this upper kitchen finding Kenneka. How the fuck did he get up there?
You know how he got up there, and you know how she got in there. And check this out. This would blow my mind, right? If a person say something like this, if after watching this live video, if they show you a video like this, check this out, y'all. Hold on. Downloads. Hold up. Where my KJ job? Right here. All right, here we go. Right here. Hold on. Hold up. Once you see this video again, golly. That's foul, bruh. You can't say that's her. You can't say nobody grabbing, snatching nobody. You can't say that no more. This person just walked by the freezer. Look. Walk in this kitchen. See that? Look. And you know what else he did? These supposed to be clear windows. You supposed to see clean through these windows. He added this and put a filter over this motherfucker, bro. You see this, bro. Just go on, walk on back on there. All she did was just walk right here and stop. Then it looked like she was finna come back. Then it would look like she was finna walk back up, and that's when they cut the cameras off. That's crazy, bruh. Them folk really, Mr. Reese really on them with that. And then that's why they had Mr. Reese say, hey, you believe that's your daughter? Yeah, I believe that's my daughter. Clear told the world that's her daughter. I bet you won't say this her daughter. Right here. See that? Cause that's why she walking. He was like, yeah, when she was hold on. Boom. So show this at one time. 2:30. Then they switch it to 3:30. Because in the beginning they said, well, she walked in here at 2:30. Then later on, then she walking in there 3:30. Look.
How did he get up there? In my opinion, he either took that freight or he took the stairs. Because from my understanding, those are your only two ways to get up there to that upper kitchen from the bottom.
What was she? How did this happen? You get what I'm saying? Like, man, it was just like mind boggling. Like, fuck, like you like you just stuck like for a second. Like, wait, what? It's crazy, man. Like,
Well, so it was explained why that he would be downstairs where the chairs set up there, right in front of his office, talking about surveillance camera at 2-something in the morning with Miss Teresa and this security guard. The whole time when it came to the security guard, they gave us French Cave and threw us off on French Cave. But this the real security guard. It's in plain sight. And this Miss Teresa was in cahoots with the security. So that's why they story sound the way it sound.
Well, when y'all was looking for, did anybody think like, let me go down to the basement, or y'all like, fuck it, we don't got access to that?
Told you.
No, exactly.
No basement. The first floor shit.
Yeah, we
ain't no basement, some shit.
Yeah, I ain't no basement.
It's our first time in that motherfucker.
We was just walking around it, and the back part, like, okay, once you go back towards like the kitchen, like, okay, everybody know how a hotel is. You know how like.
Watch how Killer finna get uncomfortable when he mentioned where they finna head to. I always wanted to know why he was, you know what I'm saying? Like when he did that, I'm like, I want to know why is he doing that? He gotta be involved, right? Why this?
How they had a chair set up on the table. If it's the weekend, it's like it's over with. You know, like it's closed. They don't like the restaurants don't be open. It's the weekend, so it's like it was nighttime, and then it was closed. So walking back there, you get like a creepy little sense of vibe. Even the toughest guy, you gonna get like you're not finna just wander off into these people hotel. That's off him. It's first.
Right, like some scary movie.
You know what I'm saying? It's like who finna go all the way back there? Which put me in the mindset like. How would she go back there? You know what I'm saying? The same route that you get to that kitchen is the same route as the exit.
That's why. Cause when he dropped his head, I said, damn. He dropped his head when he said that shit. And like, look.
The exit you go to your cars,
right? It's
the same route. It's the same way. You get what I'm saying?
So you like, why would she take that exit?
And then that's why when he said, when Zach asked that question, he was like, yeah, I want to know, would she go back there? Then you heard Zach talking about some, Cause Zach know that security guard. So this would make sense. Hold on. Watch this. This the crazy part about it. He finna say it right here.
Edit it. They too are involved in the shit. Those kids that was in room 926, they were the first and most obvious suspect.
So when Zach said he interviewed the security guard, that's who he interviewed. When he said he interviewed the manager, when they released those photos, Zach said, yeah, that manager, you knew what was up. I'm finna release those videos. He was talking about this man the whole fucking time. Yeah, it makes sense. So you went up there, and once you went up there, right, all of you did was just fabricate the same shit that he already put out there. And then look, watch this. That's why he would be at a Crown Plaza hotel, bro, talking about this shit. Look.
So trust and believe me when I say that they were thoroughly investigated. Thoroughly. You don't think the police or the hotel would have... Hold up, I wrote a lot of notes for this. Where the fuck am I at? You don't think the police or the hotel would have had any problems airing or blasting those kids that were involved in this? But they had no reason to. They didn't. They couldn't pinpoint it on these kids because they didn't have anything. So when motherfuckers was like, Monifa did it, she not showing emotion, or Irene did it, such and such. No, Shorty them really didn't know what happened to her. They really didn't know. You know, if them people in Rosemont had any fucking evidence, they would have been put it on these young black kids from the west side of Chicago. You understand?
See that? Zach got paid for this shit, bro. Man, that man sold us out, bro. But watch how he finna slick mention him. This the security guard. This who Zach finna be exposed. And why did?
In case closed. Boom. We gonna put it on them. We caught them doing this, doing that. Come on, bro. They would have put on the quote unquote hoodlums or whatever they said. What reason would they have to delete or edit any footage that shows the kids was in restricted areas? You know, we never physically seen the boys walk in the fucking kitchen. You know, people were saying, "Oh, we see somebody with a blue sweater. We see somebody behind it." Like I didn't see shit. I don't know if y'all man playing tricks on y'all. Like I ain't see shit. I didn't see anybody in the basement with her. Like as far as the guys that was in the room, I ain't see none of that shit. So
when he just said that, look at his eyes. He knew he just told a big lie. Cause that camera above that office, in his office, cause he just said, I ain't physically see the dudes go in the basement. So when you talk about the basement, you gotta think about the kitchen, the hotel, his kitchen. That's his office. Talking about he didn't see shit. Shit. And you got the footage? And he had the footage. Look.
y'all talking that shit. Oh, I see this, I see that. I just think y'all.
The reason why he said, cause we see a lot of shit, all because 54 Keys and them threw out the blue jacket theory. Remember 54 Keys were talking about the blue jacket in the kitchen? Straight dropping them. They threw everybody in the loop. Like, damn, it took the main focus off him and out his kitchen. So look.
Tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers wasn't down there with her. But y'all know who was down there with her?
Who was?
Security.
Got him.
When you're in a building like that, you gotta think, how do you get access? Who have access to unrestricted areas? Security. Who know the building more than anybody else in that motherfucker? Security.
Woo!
You know, oh, Kenneka was left in the hallway by herself. Kenneka was in the hallway. Look.
Got him. So what security guard will have access? Cause you know French K, he a security guard, but he a temporary security guard. He ain't got the power that he got. See, French K ain't got the power to edit no footage, bro. He do. He the one controlling the whole investigation. He the one that seen on TY and them live video. Talking about don't call the cops. Then Zach said, who Kenneka gonna be down there with? Security. And then, since we all know that now, the mammy gonna be down there at 2:30 in the morning. Guess who else gonna be down there? The rest of them. See that? At 2, so they all gonna be on camera footage. All of them at 2 something. In the morning. Guess what Zach said though? Look. Hold on. Down there with security.
I want y'all to really go to Periscope and download the app Periscope. It's a lady on there named Epistit or whatever. That's the lady that purchased all 36 hours of the footage from Rose.
I don't believe that. I believe you made a fake account and you uploaded the video. That's what I started to believe. That's what I started to believe. That's why it makes so much sense when he be like, yeah, I'm going live off other people's pages and shit. Them be fake pages, bro. And I'm like, damn, why you ain't going live on your platform with your big following in it? You had to take a second guess about that one. Cause you know where to go to and go find who sent you to Periscope, cause you got to count on Periscope. So watch this.
My hotel. How the fuck is she bad? You got to think about that. Who the fuck is she the bad?
I believe they gave you the footage and you leaked it. Cause guess when it was leaked straight after the funeral. After the funeral. Right after the funeral.
What do we like? How are you more like special than us that you get the baddest footage? Who are you? Where are you from? Are you from the hotel? Did they hire you? Did they want you to put it out? Why did you put out this footage after her funeral? Why? Why wasn't this funeral released right before Kenneka, you know what I'm saying, funeral? When her mother and Lenore was up there asking where the footage at? When they initially went to the hotel and was asking where the footage.
So Mr. Reese, so it sounded like, yeah, what's taking so long for y'all to get that footage, rushing the footage. Now she trying to rush it. So, oh man, I get it, bruh. And they had to set that girl up for her organs, bruh. And look what hell they went through. Man, I know it was a long night for them, bruh.
Why didn't you put it up there? It's a lot of shit y'all gotta think about. What do you say? And they told the mother be patient because a lot of it is nothing. But you gotta really pay attention to that footage. You gotta really pay attention to that footage because in that footage, you know who you see a lot? The fucking security guard. You know who else you see a lot? The fucking maintenance man. Y'all ain't thinking about that. Y'all so busy stuck on let's look for Monifa, let's look for the gas. Like y'all missing a lot of good points. Hold up, I literally wrote this shit on the plane. I swear to God, I'm like, I want to tell y'all. Like I know it's a lot. Like, look, it's impossible. It's impossible.
So ain't this funny that 54 Keys putting him on blast, Straight Drop putting him on blast, Zach TV putting him on blast. Cause when it comes to the security guard, you're gonna automatically think French K. Think him. So what Zach trying to do is protect the family, the police investigation, right? And you know you have to have somebody to blame on. So he gonna still use French K. He got everybody thinking he really talking about French K, but he really talking about him. So he don't want to admit that the mother was there, the friend was there. He gonna leave them out and cover for them, make it look like it was a hotel security guard on some freaky type shit and seen the black girl and took advantage, and you know what I'm talking about, and try to cover it up and put it in the freezer. And he deleted the videotape so nobody won't know. And so he confused the police, and you know what I'm saying, and the world like he the best goddamn killer in the world. And these people still work there, bro. Check this out.
Possible to expect or guarantee silence and loyalty from a room full of 20 to 30 kids. That's a fact. Especially from those who were not involved in the crime at all. Someone would have broken or cracked the case by now. Someone would have snitched. I know Chicago is a no snitching zone. We don't fuck with the ops. We don't fuck with 12. Fuck 12, whatever. But somebody would have said, bro, y'all ain't finna just put this motherfucker murder on me. Y'all ain't finna put this case on me, my nigga. Like, I know what happened. I know who did this. I know she was seen with her. Ain't nobody tell because they really don't know shit.
Because they all signed the same contract Mitch Teresa signed. Right?
I was stuck. I was like, y'all, now motherfuckers know something. People don't know nothing when you talk about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Nobody know that. None of them kids know. They don't know that. They was in that partying. You understand what I'm saying? She was left in the hallway. And it's... Let me get back to what I'm saying before I tell you how she got in the hallway. Okay. Is no...
Skip the whole hallway theory. Shit is out the hallway, her left out the hallway. All that's made up. All that's made up. He got to tell you that so he can tell you what happened in the kitchen. So we finna skip this hallway shit.
Way in hell. Show me what the fuck, like doing the or he like that really doesn't make sense. That's like a big time drug dealer.
Hold on, right here.
And trafficking is y'all be saying this shit wasn't involved in the shit to clear their name to get the fuck out the building. Reasons why it wasn't the owner or he wasn't like doing the organ trafficking is y'all be saying and shit like that. The owner is filthy rich. We all know that.
See that? He finna let you make it look like, man, this ain't got nothing to do with organ harvesting neither. Right? You see this shit. Now they ain't. This is like one dude risking this business by fucking with Kenneka body. Look.
That like he have numerous establishments. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so why would he want a couple hundred, a couple thousand from one particular black girl? You understand what I'm saying? Like that really doesn't make sense.
It make a lot of sense when you know about. Oh yeah, you can make movies, profit off this, have stocks and bonds on this shit through the movies and all the rest of it, whatever else with that. Look.
That's like a big time drug dealer. Nickel, take this shit with us. If the owner is harvesting organs or whatever he is doing it in a professional manner, meaning he has a team already set up and he has.
I told you. He got a team, law enforcement, the mortuary. Man, don't you know, man, this man connected to Cook County Medical Examiner Office. The biological center, yes. Keep that in mind. Then you got Bill Murray into Hollywood, into that type of shit, and these people doing this shit in real life, bro. Hold on.
Other business owners he's getting organs from already, such as funeral homes, hospitals, cemeteries, etc. Just think about it, people. The owner risking his business for one body is equivalent to a drug. I just and edited. They too are trusting and believing the words of the hotel employees. Once again.
They believe in the hotel's employee what?
It's a reason why none of these kids are in jail for this. Believe me, it's a reason Jedediah or any other activist.
I want to know why you mentioning Jed, because I got some tea on Jed. Jed was at that hotel.
For that matter, is not protesting outside Irene or Monifa's house. Because they really believe Shorty and them didn't do shit. Or they really find it in their soul, Shorty, like, the fact don't lead to them. These are the reasons why I think it was the security guard alone or someone else that worked in that hotel, especially the kitchen.
Security guard, especially that works in the kitchen. He ain't gonna wear no security guard uniform, because you know, they do wear suits and ties too, right? And look like businessmen, managers, you know what I'm talking about, doctor, lawyer, all wear suits and ties, you know. Check him out. Watch what he finna say about him.
Just think about it. This is a 4 or 5 star hotel. I'm in a 4 or 5 star hotel right now. You understand what I'm saying? They spend great money, not good. They spend great money on the top-notch security equipment, such as cameras, the radar detectors, all that shit. They spend this shit to protect their establishments and employees as well as the guests. You know what I'm saying? If no one else in the world saw Kenneka wandering around in that hotel, it's guaranteed the security saw her. They are watching the tapes 24/7. You know, late at night, security sit in the office. I know many people that used to do security jobs.
And that's what he do, sit in that office and watch that camera, because that's what he was doing. So this is what they were doing to throw us in the conspiracy mode. Have us thinking that she was wandering out where she actually was not wandering in. She was lured to the kitchen by her own family member and ended up in the hands of him and Miss Teresa, right? So they both did the girl, right? Bam, bam, bam. And they've been signed the contract. This is why, because if she would have never signed that contract, this would have never happened to Kenneka, bro. So he gonna throw that conspiracy theory out there and be like, have everybody thinking like, yeah, watch no cameras, it could have been, look, watch this.
When ain't shit else to do, they sit in a fucking
Uh-huh.
office and monitor them and monitor the tapes. You know what I'm saying? This shit is tough. Anyhow, they have camera access to all areas at all times. If the night security doesn't do anything else, they are guaranteed watching the cameras, especially if security have been to room 926 several times, like they said.
And the only security guard I saw that was actually at the door was him. Was him.
To continue to watch for them. That's a fact. Irene said it out her mouth. The two guys I interviewed said it out their mouth. The security came to that room numerous times and said, please put a towel down under the door so the marijuana, the weed smoke doesn't circulate through the hallway and distract other guests. So instead of putting them out, he was letting them like continue to smoke or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that was.
So this would make sense if this coming from the head security. Not this sounds like coming from the boss security. Not the regular security. Golly.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all, stick with me. Now, y'all know when y'all come up these stairs right here, you got the freight elevator to the right, and then straight ahead is the dock. But then right here, you have two double doors that lead to the set of wooden doors that they said.
So look, all of this shit, then look.
It was kind of crazy to me. You in this establishment, you want to keep your job as a security guard. It seemed like you'll give them, not even give them a warning. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all know it's no smoking. Look, no smoking. Any 4 or 5 hotel got that. 4 or 5 star hotels, no smoking in here. And our establishment, he let them smoke. And he, you know what I'm saying, watched them tapes. I think the motherfuckers was working together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you had an hour room.
Even Zach said, I think those motherfuckers was working together.
I think the motherfuckers was working together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you had an hour in room 926 from the start, you was watching the cameras. The only logical reason for Kenneka to move out of that spot and leave the room from her friends, it was 1 or 2 reasons. It was one. I'm gonna tell you, it's 1 or 2 reasons. The first reason, she had to use the bathroom. Somebody else was probably in the bathroom. If y'all really watch, I don't know, it wasn't Bree. It's the girl. She went live in there. She went live in the washroom, and then she panned the camera toward Kenneka, and Kenneka tried to hide her face.
Cause that's what Leonora was filming in the bathroom, and she was filming Kenneka's cousin, the one that looked just like her, and she was trying to hide her face in the camera, bro. See what I'm saying now? Right? So look.
They said Kenneka tried to hide her face because she didn't tell her mother or some shit. She was going to whatever, but it was a girl in the washroom, and I'm thinking like, damn. So it was numerous girls in the washroom. So if because Kenneka was drinking Hennessy, remember they was getting drunk. Liquor run through your system and make you want to piss or whatever. So they was probably in the washroom. Kenneka couldn't use that washroom, so Kenneka stumbled in the hallway.
So now y'all see how he finna throw that hallway shit out there. The hallway was made up, but he finna get to the good part about this area here.
Before they was finna leave, Monique and them, before they were finna leave, she in the hallway. They went back in there to get their keys. Left in the hallway. She thinking, I gotta go piss. Let me try to find it. Let me find the nearest washroom. It's a big hotel. I know it's a public washroom somewhere. My bad, y'all. Somebody just called. It's a public washroom somewhere on this floor or whatever. So Kenneka Jenkins had to bump into a motherfucker that worked there. Just.
You said she bumped into somebody? That means when you said she bumped into somebody, now I got to go to goddamn it. Watch this. This finna show you how 54 so fucked up. She really fucked up. Cause once you get the ball, no wonder why she was like, Yeah. That's not Kenneka. Look, that's not Kenneka. Uh, where is it? Oh, this ain't even it. Where the balls is? What the? It was the Harris change. Hold up. I better find that goddamn ball video. Where the ball John there? She better not take that ball John down, man. I'm gonna be pissed. Man, I'm finna be pissed. Here you go, right here. So if this Kenneka and she leave with her folks and he took her down to the kitchen, guess who she would be bumping into? If he taking her down to where he at, oh, it makes sense because that's where Mitch Teresa gonna be at too. Shit, no wonder why they had the kitchen decorated all in purple and shit. Look.
Stink. You in the hallway. Oh, excuse me, sir. I gotta take a piss. Where the washroom? You work here. Who keep fucking calling me? Excuse me, sir. You work here. I have to use the washroom. Where's the washroom? She was told after she asked for to use the bathroom, the washroom.
Watch how Zach knew he would be seeing footage. Check this out. Y'all look at this footage. I wouldn't be surprised he would be watching that goddamn murder video. Cause look, y'all, at his emotion. Look at his eyes when he's saying this shit. Watch this.
She was told by an employee that she had to move and couldn't stand her. Just think about it. If she in the hallway after her friend went in there, they went back in the hotel room to look for some shit, and the people tell you got to clear the hallway. Y'all too loud. Y'all throwing a party. Y'all got weed coming out. You got to get out the hallway. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna leave the hallway. Hit the elevator. You know the elevator's right there on the left side of 926. You understand what I'm saying? Or if she would have asked, it was either you got to get out the hallway or let me show you where the washroom was at. It's logical thinking. Kenneka, let me show you what. Or fuck, he ain't gonna say her name because he don't know.
Same story like Andrew Home. I saw her walk in the washroom. He gonna say she walked in the washroom, right? You see what I'm saying? Look, everybody talking about the bathroom, the washroom, and the security.
Ma'am, come on, follow me. I'm gonna show you where the washroom at. So Kenneka leave while Monifa and them is in there grabbing their phone and their keys. She leave with the employee.
Oh, so guess what? When he said the friends were going back to go get the keys in the phone, hold up. Let me clear that up so we can see what's going on. He would be talking about this scene. Right here. Won't this match up with this scene? That she would leave and she finna go upstairs at 1:30 and Kenneka gonna be in the kitchen. So whatever dude took her to, Bree was there, man, oh man. Look.
Either way it go, whether they told her leave out the hallway or they took her to the washroom. Either way it go, it shows Kenneka was encountered by an employee. Then you got to think about this. Only an employee knows every area of the hotel, and only security is allowed to walk in unrestricted areas that wouldn't be a surprise to see. Then walking through, you understand every area of the hallway the washroom was at. It's logical thinking. Kenneka, let me show you what, or fuck, he ain't gonna say her name because he don't know her. Ma'am, come on, follow me. I'm gonna show you where the washroom at. So Kenneka leave while Monifa and them is in there grabbing their phone and their keys. She leave with the employee. Either way it go, whether they told her leave out the hallway or they.
Then he said that's what the video footage showed. And that's what the man said. He said that's what, so that means he's seeing what he telling y'all, right? It's showing Kenneka is in the same camera frame with security. And guess what? Y'all want to know those employees that was in the kitchen with Kenneka, right? The one they said unidentified employee. You could say he could be an unidentified employee if he just got a suit and tie. You know, he could be anybody. Look, so you want to be surprised to see security in the kitchen. Cause his office right there.
Took her to the washroom. Either way it go, it shows Kenneka was encountered by an employee. Then you got to think about this. Only an employee knows every area of the hotel, and only security is allowed to walk in unrestricted areas that wouldn't be a surprise to see them walking through. You understand what I'm saying? So when people was like, damn, she was in the kitchen and it looked like somebody was telling her come this way, they was probably down in the kitchen telling her the washroom is that way, go straight, or the washroom is this way. You understand what I'm saying? The security controls the camera settings and all that. They edited everything. That's why when the mother came back and said, my daughter's missing, let's see the tape, it's not working.
What you mean the mama came back and asked to see the tape? Well, what you mean she came back? Lord Jesus, keep this in mind. We know she gonna be in contact with him at 2:30 for sure. Hold up.
Because they needed time. They needed to stall until motherfucker edit them tapes. You feel me? They didn't want to they don't want to release that footage with their face in the picture. You understand what I'm saying? It clearly showed, oh yeah, we did what we had to do. You understand what I'm saying? So they had to edit them tapes. That's why they said none of this footage isn't working. Mysteriously, after the funeral and after the case was closed, that's when 36 hours of unreleased camera footage pops up out of nowhere. Y'all don't think about this shit, bro? Y'all don't think about this? Y'all don't think about this? She was annoyed. She was probably ready to go. Fuck it, I'm finna go down here. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? She already intoxicated. Oh, it's this way. They could have tried to tell her come out to the door this way. It's a lot of shit y'all ain't taking into consideration. Once again, only employee security had immediate access to videos and could delete it at anything. The footage started getting deleted once her mother arrived at the hotel looking for her. So this means the owners.
So he just basically snitched on Miss Teresa when he just said that, right? Look.
The police are not covering up the hotel looking for her. Deleted at anything. The footage started getting deleted once her mother arrived at the hotel looking for her.
See that? Man. And then what happened now, Zach?
So this means the owners or the police are not covering up for an employee. Okay, so I get Rosemont this. They probably not covering up for the employee. You understand what I'm saying? The owners or the police of Rosemont probably not covering up for an employee. They are honestly believing that the employee, which is the security, and the edited videos, and the employee shows them because they just by looking at the videos, you know.
Told you. Golly. That's crazy, bruh. So all of this shit, he responsible for all of this. He responsible for all of this, covering up crime, murder in his kitchen, on his watch, fucking with black people 2, 3 in the morning. And then you got Zach talking about, look, they just not simply, when he talk about that employee, he really talking about him. And listen to what he said when it comes to the police. The reason why the police just ain't taking, hey, because he just ain't much to see.
And the employee shows them because they just by looking at the videos, you know. If something happen and you call the cops, it's a fight, it's a disturbance at my hotel. Boom, we gonna think logical. The cops gonna come on the scene, right? Boom. The first motherfuckers they gonna ask to speak to is who? The security.
Not just the regular security, but the boss man. That's why the police had to take his statements. Golly. Golly. So they actually took an interview of a dude, a murderer, putting a body in the freezer. So that's why you don't see the police talking to him on the camera. That's why you would never see him on footage talking to Miss Teresa. They kept their distance from each other, bruh. When Miss Teresa get to talking about the devil, she talking about this nigga. What?
Because the security controls what? The cameras, the tapes, the footage, the security. They not gonna actually speak to the manager for what? You at the front desk, you don't see what's going on these cameras. The security have all the access. The security. Think about that. When the cops came, they went right to the security. Let's show us the tapes. They showed them the tapes. All of it edited. They took him out. Oh yeah, she walked in there by herself. So now the cops think, oh, she was drunk, she was intoxicated, she's a black girl, she's at a party, drugs involved. She did it by herself. So now the fucking security's off. They, oh my God, we got off. That's how they think, and they got off. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on, let me break it down a little bit more. What they said happened. She clearly drunk and she lost, and she walks in the kitchen to the area where it's only a freezer, and she ends up in there, and she's on camera alone, so they could only mean she put herself in there. Think about it. That's exactly what the footage displayed. Think about
Now watch what Zach finna do when he finna explain the kitchen. Don't this make sense now?
it. The footage did display a drunk black girl walking through the kitchen, found in the freezer. That's what it displayed. That's what they wanted to show to the public. Get off our back. We didn't kill her. She killed herself. That's what they wanted to display. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they wanted us to believe. Because that's what the footage says. You know how they be like, believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Well, we saw this, so now we thinking, damn, that's the footage of her walking in the kitchen and getting found in the freezer. But they never did show her actually entering a freezer. And remember, they said she was in another part of the kitchen.
Now y'all know what kitchen he talking about now? The kitchen on the lower level. The one that she walked through, right? So we can all make this clear. In his kitchen, right? Remember what the news said in the beginning?
The kitchen that we seen her initially walk in, they say that wasn't the kitchen that she was found dead in, when in reality it actually was.
Told you. Downstairs in the basement in his kitchen. Got him. Got him. Since he said that, now y'all know what he talking about now. Yup. He just confirming she gonna down the lower level in front of his kitchen. We can't play dumb now like we don't know what's going on with this shit. Downstairs in the lower level basement. Look.
On that additional 36 hours of footage, you see the cops rushing in that freezer area. Well, in that particular kitchen area where we saw her on camera, they rushed in there. He got us all.
He talking about when he ain't talking about the freezer part. When the police walked in the freezer, he talking about when the police went downstairs to the lower level with the manager. He talking about that.
All confused. Somebody help this man. You don't understand. It's a lot of dumb people that don't understand. Yeah, it's crazy how y'all think. It's crazy how y'all think. But let me finish. I ain't gonna get into that. That's why y'all broke. What employee had access to the footage immediately besides the security? No one but the security guard. What employee told the mother to leave? The security. Please get off our premises before we call the cops for trespassing. Y'all remember that? Remember she said that? Y'all gotta take that too.
Oh! So guess what he did? He had the female manager to call the police on Miss Teresa. Because he can't make the call. See, he got to work through everybody else off the camera. Golly, brother.
Obviously, the security person that was working at third shift, remember I said it, because when I did the interview with Irene, she said that the person was working between 11 and 7. You know in Chicago, that's the third shift, that's overnight shift between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. So, obviously, the security person who was working the third shift, which is normally 11 to 7, explains why the body wasn't found until 12:15 the next day. After the police had been there searching all day, they were probably about to call the search off or at least for the night until the employee found her and went and got the police, which means the employee works third shift as well.
He just ratted him out. Man, this getting good, gang. I told y'all, bro, this finna get good. This finna get good, gang. Man, y'all keep sharing and liking this video, cause man, look. Man, when everybody wake up in the morning and they hit that live button, I mean, these 2 lives I just made, oh yeah, it's over with, bro. And then look.
Think about that. Listen. Just listen again. Just listen.
Hold on, cause he's gonna be responsible when the body moves. Check this out. Trey Gang showed y'all when he will be moving the body. Then you got Miss Teresa. Look, pinpointing the timestamps. Then you go to the watch and be like, damn. Boom. So what you think the time was skipping on the footage for at 8 and 9 something? Man, I'm telling you, they're going to have to watch that first live video to understand this one. Look. Bam. There he go when he was working for a police department. No wonder why he got pulled. This so crazy. No wonder why you guys. Hold on, let me show y'all this shit, bro. Hold on.
Obviously, the security person that was working the third shift, which is normally between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m., that explains why her body wasn't found until 12:15 a.m. the next day, after police has already been inside the hotel searching for her. They were probably about to call the search off or at least for the night until the employee found her and went and got the police, which means the employee worked the third shift as well, which means they've been seeing her. But they was trying to come up with a logical explanation of why she was found in the freezer. You understand what I'm saying? They was trying to clear their name and clear themselves up. They didn't want to look responsible for the shit. Then you got to think about this. When police are conducting a search, they don't just let any and every employee help them search. They let who? Security. They let the security help them. You understand? You might have a criminal justice degree. You might took a few law enforcement classes. We're going to let y'all help us with this case. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all got a little bit of experience in it and y'all got access to the cameras. And you got to think about who would be the employee that will allow to help them search, and that's the security. Who knows exactly where the areas where the cameras don't work? Security. Which Kenneka's walked through the kitchen. She is not as intoxicated or confused as she was in the hallway. You got to think about that too. When Kenneka is in the hallway, you know when you always talk about she too thick, that ain't her, the eyes don't match up. She was fucked up. It seemed like she was fucked up, struggling. I saw her go up some stairs and damn near fall, all type of shit. But when she was in the kitchen, she was walking like fake straight, like straight, like a motherfucker told her go straight that way or come over here. You understand? They could have they know where the camera's at, so they could have easily hid behind the camera or behind the wall where the camera isn't going to show you. Like, it's called blind spots. And so I go over there and she went, who knows exactly what areas where the cameras don't work? You know what I'm saying? Who knew besides the security? When Kenneka walked through the kitchen, she is not intoxicated or confused as she was in the hallway. Ask herself why. Why does it seem like she knows where she is going? Didn't it seem like she knew exactly where she was going? She was going straight. Think about that. Why does it seem like she knew exactly where she was going? Where could she have possibly been thinking she was going, and why was she going willingly? Where the fuck was she thinking she was going, and why was she walking willingly? Like, willingly. Bro, you.
Now, let's go to some Mosaic shit, right? Check this out. When Zach get the call, guess who they talking about? The same security guard.
You have your Twitter.
Check this out.
What is his name?
She finna expose him. When she talk about the security guard, bro, she finna expose him, and this whole conversation finna make sense.
Oh, Mike.
First off, who is Mike? Where you get Mike from?
He is the one that, hold on, I know what I wrote it down. Is it Mike Laurie?
I'm saying, like, was Mike in the kitchen? Was Mike?
Down and look at it. You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike?
So look at this call like this here. Zach know about the security guard. Put it like this here. What we know now, just say Zach already know, right? And he know what this phone conversation is about, right? And it's about protecting him. He's the center of this call. This the reason why.
Was Mike?
God Holmes.
Who?
This person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is the president.
Okay.
Of this company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And he owns, what is it? IBM? Is it IBM? He owns IBM.
Y'all know what IBM is, don't it? The movie thing. That's the movie production. Do I got to show you? I really do. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to show it to y'all. Right here. These people. She just didn't pronounce it right. It's IMDB. She was like, is it IBM? Is it IBM? He owned what? Look who owned this, and then you'll see, damn. Oh. Go to the producers. Go to and look at all these people, bro. You got to expose all of this shit, even her. Look, so don't this make sense?
Yeah. Is it IBM? He owns IBM. But he's over Snapchat and he's over.
Okay, but tell me this. Like, what does this have to do with Kenneka?
Because they're joking about it.
He's.
They were there.
Told you.
Hold on, he was.
They was there. Movie people was there. Come on, y'all. Don't it make sense? When I told y'all, I told everybody. I said, man, look at all these Lifetime actors on her. I couldn't believe it when I'm starting looking. I'm like, man, you got Lifetime actors on her. Look.
They're like at the time of the crime or what?
Was they were there at the time of the crime? Look.
Hold on, he was there like at the time of the crime or what?
Right.
Are you, hold on, how sure are you that he was there?
I've been reviewing him pictures all day today.
So why you didn't say what's his name? You see what I'm saying? He ain't saying what's his name. He was there. He automatic getting spooked. Cause she know what she talking about. Oh damn, this you done found out about this? Oh, you done found out about the movie people, the crooked police, the organ harvester, and then you, oh, no wonder. It makes sense.
These people, those white people that walked into the building,
Right.
the luggage and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, they're from the what do you call it?
He what?
Where they come and get body parts.
Okay.
Okay, the guy in the stripy shirt.
Ain't that what Jed just recently came out with? That she was sold to the harvesting people and her kidney was missing? Jed just recently said this. It's all on the footage, but nobody don't care to look at it. Look, why did?
Has a stripy shirt on. Here's a picture from the company that he works with in Chicago. Organ donors, I forgot the name of the company. I didn't write that down today because I've been writing so quickly. Go to this here, GIFFARI.
Okay.
And RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
Okay, that's one person to look into. The other one is Joel Combs. JOELCOMM. He's the owner of IBM.
So why would these guys target Kenneka Jenkins out of everybody in that hotel?
Listen, they said on that piece of, they said they got a picture of Mona Lisa talking about her hair was all messed up. It's in the chat. It's chat. There's another guy I get to. He's a police officer. His name is Paul Manning.
Ooh.
See, I'm giving this information. I'm trying to get quickly.
I'm listening to you. I'm driving. I'm on the E-way driving to a video shoot, but I'm listening to you at the same time. Keep talking.
Okay, it's Paul
Okay, and these are suspects, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a question for you. Why out of everybody, why you come to Zach TV instead of going to the police officers?
Because Zach, you said that you wanted to do this here.
Right.
You wanted to solve this here. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. You just don't know.
Okay, tell me, do any of the friends have anything to do with it? Because I believe they don't have shit to do with it.
Oh, I believe they got a lot to do with it.
Whoa. You said the friends got something to do with it?
I think they do.
What the fuck? Where you get, like...
They threw up the hand sign. I've been watching how the Illuminati, Baphomet, you know how they do their hand.
Hey, hold on. First...
Then I looked into all of that and I found what I was looking for when it came to Illuminati. When I said, man, bro, y'all know the Illuminati involved with this. Shit. Nobody don't want to believe me. Then look, make it so bad, right? Watch this.
First off, why did you call me? First off, I don't know how the fuck you got my number. No disrespect. I don't know.
I got your number off of the Twitter account. You had it in the Twitter account.
Nah, my business number is on Instagram. Instagram.
That's it. It was on Instagram.
So, and you call, hold on. You called me private because you don't want the police to get your number, right?
This is the thing. They've been watching me the whole time. They've been watching off of my tablet.
Cause she was a part of it. So look, when y'all got to know that the case was so hot, these people were actually getting scared and were going and were trying to expose these people, bro. That's all, bro. They got scared and they wanted to tell the world what they knew, what happened to Kenneka, without exposing this. Cause you can expose who? The Illuminati, bro. You finna expose the whole scam. When it comes to Kenneka Jenkins case, bro, you finna expose the world. When I say the world, bro, I'm talking about all over foreign countries. This shit finna go back to Israel.
And my smart TV, they keep sending me kind of little snip messages. They're into the phone. Do you understand the company that did this whole thing? The man that's involved in this here, him and his friends.
The security guard, him, that's his friends and buddies, bro.
They're joking about this here situation on the night. They got the dates on there.
Wow. This is crazy.
It's deeper than what you think. I keep on trying to talk to somebody.
Okay.
I'm just like frustrated. I'm frustrated because they keep calling my house.
Hold on.
Because they're looking through, listen, there are cameras in these smart TVs. There's technology that we don't even know about. You understand? They even tell you it's in your phone. Those black screens, it's in your phone. There's a camera. They're watching you every day.
So why are you a prime suspect over the case? I don't get it.
What he mean by that, a prime suspect over the case, so they both know what's going on. So really, he wanted to get her on the line so he can let her tell y'all what's going on and all of this stuff.
Why am I a prime suspect?
I mean, not a suspect. Why are they on your ass so bad? Because you know all this information?
Because I keep on searching into things and pulling it up, and every time that I pull it up, I'm getting a message sent back to me through my iPad. Then I got a phone call today.
Hello?
From Kenneka Shaw, 706. I mean, I don't know no Kenneka Shaw. I was discussing it with somebody over the phone, and then all of a sudden, my home phone rings Kenneka Shaw.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
So basically, out of everybody in the world, you went to my Instagram, you say, okay, Zach is over the Kenneka case, or I don't know how the fuck you come about, but you like.
I watched your videos. I ended up seeing one of your videos, and you said that no matter what it takes, you were going to a school and you were putting on your shoes and said, no matter what it takes, I'm going to solve this case. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I said, let me call Zach. Let me see if I can find Zach. Because I was going to get in touch with, what is it, Jedediah.
Another motherfucker that's in on it. You see what I'm saying?
But you know the video, this was scaring me, ma'am. The video you're talking about, I put it on a Kenneka Jenkins discussion group on Facebook. That video is not on YouTube.
There was the biggest Kenneka Jenkins group, and guess who ran it? The ops. The same people that had something to do with it, keeping their eyes on the public.
I asked you earlier, are you in a Facebook group are you in a Kenneka group on Facebook? You said no. Hold up, listen. You said no. So I'm like, how the fuck she know about the video? How did you see it?
I've been watching videos all through everybody else's videos.
Okay.
I've been watching so many videos, and it's just they put yours in there. They add yours in there. They add what Mike's talking about, Larry. He's talking about getting off.
Add what videos? So they got Mike, Larry in it. Zach, she said they got Zach in the video. Man, this shit hit different on y'all. So that's why Mike Larry got off the case. Cause y'all know in the beginning how Mike Larry had the Kenneka Jenkins on lock. Then he said he talked to the family too, and he had close ties with the family. Right? And then when the truth come out, they scatter out like roaches. You see what I'm saying? You don't get no more Kenneka Jenkins content. You don't get none of that. But when you in the dog, you get all the Kenneka Jenkins content as you want to. You know what I'm talking about? But why did all this make sense now?
So he stopped talking about Kenneka at all. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get his number.
Okay. This shit is getting a little spooky, man.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Cause there's two other guys that's on there talking about her with these men that I gave you.
I just don't understand why would they target her out of everybody?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because of the organs for Selena Gomez.
Okay, and you're saying that we should not take our eyes off the friends?
Don't take your eyes off of them. And I heard today on one of the sites, it said that Monifa left town.
Monifa.
And she said she was taking a plane.
I really don't know the details on how she traveled.
That's what I'm saying. And she was just the other day showing all the money that she had to her friends and stuff. I'm just like, well, where'd you get that money?
I mean, in Chicago, she could have finessed and she could have worked a job. Who knows?
Oh, she got paid. She got paid for that little work walking those halls.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm kind of lost at the call that you know what I'm saying, that you reached out. You got me. No, you got me a little nervous now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's deeper than what you think, because I was, you know, when I got started looking at the pictures and putting it together, it reminded me, and they keep on saying it too. Get Out. The
Now y'all can see how the town connected, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Which we already know. That guy is a family member, the one that brought that body out of there.
He's a family member?
The managers, the hotel, they supposed to be family.
Now y'all know she talking about him now. That's the part I want everybody to listen to. The one that brought that body out of there, guess who she talking about? Him. That's who 54 trying to expose. Him. That's who Miss Teresa called him, the devil. Look, she said, what about him?
Family member?
That guy is a family member, the one that brought that body out of there.
Told you. Told you. And guess who he related to? You want to know what's the crazy part about it? Guess who related? Guess who he related to? This the crazy part about it. Watch this. Him. 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 That's who he related to. Look at this shit. Boom.
I know we've spoken to her a couple of times, and I know she had explained to us that she was going to do another procedure done.
I think this is the first time.
Obviously, we're concerned for her. I'm sure she would.
He's a family.
Which we already know. That guy is a family member, the one that brought that body out of there.
He's a family member?
The managers, the hotel, they supposed to be family. They own a mortuary.
And check this out. Guess who's at the crime scene? Mark McHale. And guess who he looked like? Hold up. Let me see, can I find it right quick? Oh, I need a word. I know where I can go to. This John. Hold up. Where you at? Where you at? Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm finna pull him up. Give me 1 sec. There he go. There he go. Now look, if you look at him, they all look like they own kind, bro. See that?
Okay.
A pet mortuary, too.
What?
A pet mortuary.
Okay.
Tanya and Selena. Selena is out of California. Her friend is out of California. Now, with her friend being on drugs, on heavy drugs, you can't be a donor.
Okay.
And with you having surgery, you have to be there to have the surgery. You have to be there for a fresh.
Yo, so ma'am, hold up. I'm kind of lost because this, like, I'm headed somewhere. You just had me pull over and park. I don't know what the fuck I'm at. No, listen, but who? First off, let's start from the beginning. You just called me from a private number. Who are you? What's your name?
Oh, sorry.
Who are you?
You see, he stopped her when she got to talking about Selena Gomez. See that, don't it? Right? Look.
There we go. There was another Crown Plaza in Colorado. They found another person dead. Same thing that happened in Florida. Crowns Plaza. Same thing that happened in Texas. Crowns Plaza. Same thing that happened in Chicago's Crown Plaza. Videos are missing. Everything is gone. Everything is a mystery. Everybody who has something to do with this Crown Plaza hotel stuff is a franchise, and I feel they are all behind the organ and tissue donation block.
So this what they do. They disguise themselves through organ and tissue donations, bruh, and set up murders for those kidneys.
But I don't want my name out there. I don't want my name out there.
But ma'am, I'm holding
I just told you my name is Tanya.
Tanya?
Yes.
Okay, now, what's your whole ordeal with the situation? What?
I have just only been looking into the case ever since I heard about it.
Are you
been watching the videos.
Are you trying to hide your identity?
No, I'm not trying to hide my identity to that. I'm just saying I'm looking at these white people that have talked about it online. And nobody's looking into them. And they're laughing at us.
Who killed Kenneka?
I can't tell you who killed her. I don't know. The only thing I know is I read their information between their little selves with their friends talking about what happened on Saturday night with the drunk girl. Hair all messed up. Go and look at their sites. Look at the people that Joel is talking to.
Who? Oh my God. Okay, ma'am. This why I'm getting scared, ma'am. You tell you.
Back, Zach.
Listen.
I would tell you to step back.
No. Whoa. You saying leave the case alone? Yo, as y'all all could just see, well, I could see, all y'all just saw what the fuck just happened on that live. Out of nowhere, like, I need a lot of people in here, because I need motherfuckers to know what's really going on. This shit just getting crazy. It's getting spooky, it's getting crazy. Every second is some new information. Every other day is some other shit going on with it. I don't know. Like, a lot of people told me plenty of times before to leave this case alone. Man, my motherfucking business, finish getting my money and go on with life. That has nothing to do with Zach. Leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? Numerous times, like 1,000 times. Niggas on the street, people in the industry, people that's connected. Everybody was telling me just leave it alone. This lady, she called my, yo, this is the crazy shit. She called my business phone, right? First off, I'm like, yo, what's up? Who this? Yo, Zach, I need to tell you something. So I'm like, yo, stop playing. Like, what's up? I'm gonna hang up. She started talking, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the case. So I'm like, who are you? I can't tell you my name. Well, my name is such and such. So I really do think it was a fake name. Yo, they keep interrupting. They keep interrupting, y'all. Stay with me. Listen. It's yo, I really do think it was a fake name. Am I back? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. I'm not gonna talk unless y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Look, I honestly in my heart, I think the person who was just on the phone was a person that was in that room that night. She had to be in that room that night, or is well acquainted with somebody that was in that room that want to talk but don't want to talk. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, she knew too much. She knew way more than enough. Look, first off, because now this bitch starting to bust. I wanted to bust. It's crazy. She talking right before she said, right after she on the premises, but from what everyone is telling me, like Kenneka, she have been drunk before, intoxicated. They said they never ever seen her to that type of, you know what I'm saying, level of intoxication, that she stumbling and falling. Do I feel like some footage was altered? Because I asked myself, like, yo, can I see this footage? No one showed it to me. No one, like, no, we can't show it to you. Matter of fact, our cameras on top of the freezer doesn't work. I'm like, what? How can other cameras within you guys' hotel work properly fine, but the one hotel, the one camera angle that mattered the most, that was going to determine was it foul play with Kenneka Jenkins' death, isn't working? If that doesn't raise your antennas, then
I told y'all. Yeah, what he just said.
I don't know what will. It's a lot of crazy shit with this case that they don't want us to know about. I play with Kenneka Jenkins' angle that mattered the most. That what? How can other cameras within you guys' hotel work properly fine, but the one hotel, the one camera angle that mattered the most, that
And it's this camera. Look, the most that was showed the view. What camera you think he talking about now?
This robotic puppy is so lifelike, it actually fooled my neighbour who's a veterinarian. I've been a grandmother for...
Like, you like just stuck like for a second, like, wait, what? It's crazy, man. Like,
that camera. This camera.
was going to turn. How can other cameras, like our cameras on top of the freezer, doesn't work? I'm like, what? How can other cameras this footage? No one showed it to me. No one, like, no, we can't show it to you. Matter of fact, our cameras on top of the freezer doesn't work. I'm like, what? How can other cameras within you guys' hotel work properly fine, but the one
And he talking about the same camera Mr. Reese would be talking about the camera above the freezer. What happened to it? Look.
hotel show it to you, like, yo, can I see falling? Do I feel like some footage was altered? Because I asked myself, like, yo, can I see this footage? No one showed it to me. No one, like, no, we can't show it to you. Matter of fact, our cameras on top of the freezer doesn't work. I'm like, what? How can other cameras within you guys' hotel work properly fine, but the one hotel, the one camera angle that mattered the most, that was going to determine was it foul play with Kenneka Jenkins' death, isn't working? If that doesn't raise your antennas, then I don't know what will. It's a lot of crazy shit.
Told you they talking about this camera. That's the camera Mr. Reese talking about above the camera. This where it would have caught everything at. Hi y'all. See that y'all?
With this case that they don't want us to know about.
See, I'm trying to find that interview that Zach did when he seen uh Zach got an interview when he was riding in the truck when he was like, hey, they when they released the picture when he saw the autopsy. I'm trying to find, I think it's on, is it on Tiffany Draper, John? Let me see if it's on Tiffany Draper. Hold on. Now I'm gonna have to find that John. Damn, man, came back to this shit. Fuck. But look, then it's finna explain all of this stuff. So look, I tell y'all what, I'm gonna put that video together. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all stay tuned for that. Cause I got to find that John. I gotta find that John cause he said that's when he said he got an interview with the security. Y'all remember when Zach said he got an interview with the security guard, he ain't released it yet, and he got an interview with the manager. Then he said he was finna release the manager video because he believed the manager had something to do with it, and the manager is the security. He was riding in the truck, and when he was like, yeah, they released those photos out, I'm finna release the manager, John. I'm finna release the security guard. He finna release Miss Teresa videos, all of that. So when he was interviewing the security guard, guess what security guard he interviewed? The one that was in the kitchen with Kenneka, bro. Hi, y'all. Man, y'all share this butt for Kenneka Jiggin, man, and get that girl some awareness. Because it's a lot of fuckery in the goddamn social media, right? Because they really finna make the case a real circus now. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, don't fall for it. But I be back, gang. Bye, y'all. And I'm out.